I have a confession to make. I'm 80 years old today, and looking back, I realize I spent 60 of those years building a magnificent life for a person who doesn't exist. You see, we are all born into a story that isn't ours. We are told that if we check the boxes, the degree, the career, the perfect mortgage, that one day we will arrive at a place called happiness. But I'm standing at the end of that road, and I'm here to tell you that map is a lie. The lie isn't that you won't get what you want. The lie is that what you want is what you actually need. And by the time most people realize the difference, it's already too late. I know how you feel right now. I can feel it in your breath. It's that quiet, nagging anxiety that hits you on Sunday evenings. That hollow feeling in your chest, even when you've had a productive day. You call it stress. You call it the grind. I call it your soul screaming at you that you're trading your life for paper. You think you're working for your future self. You tell yourself, if I just get through this month, if I just get that promotion, then I'll start living. But someday is the most dangerous word in the English language. It is a ghost that haunts you until you are too old to run anymore. You are being lied to by a world that profits from your dissatisfaction. They need you to stay hungry. They need you to stay tired. Because a person who is tired and hungry for status is a person who never stops to ask, who am I doing this for? I looked in the mirror at 75 and realized I didn't even recognize the man looking back. I was just a collection of titles and achievements, with no one actually home inside. My breaking point didn't happen in a boardroom or during a big celebration. It happened in the silence of a hospital corridor at 2 o'clock in the morning. I was 52. My heart had decided it had taken enough of the grind. As I lay there, listening to the rhythmic beep of the machines, I realized something terrifying. I wasn't afraid of dying. I was terrified that I hadn't actually lived yet. I looked at my hands, and for the first time in decades, they weren't holding a phone, a briefcase, or a steering wheel. They were just empty. And in that emptiness, the lie finally shattered. I thought about all the birthdays I'd missed because of urgent meetings. I thought about the thousands of mornings I'd rushed past my wife's smile to check my emails. All those things I thought were emergencies. They didn't matter in that room, not a single one. The machines didn't care about my job title. The walls didn't care about my bank account. In the end, we are all eventually reduced to a heartbeat and a memory. And I realized I had plenty of heartbeats left, but I was dangerously short on memories that actually meant something. Since that night in the hospital, I've spent nearly 30 years looking for the truth. And if you're willing to listen, I've distilled everything I've learned into 3 hard truths. Truths that the world will try to hide from you until the day you retire. Truth number 1, the world doesn't need your success, it needs your presence. We are taught that being useful is the same as being valuable. It's not. Your boss can replace your skills in a week, but your children, your friends, your own soul, they cannot replace your presence. Stop giving your best energy to people who only know you as a number on a spreadsheet. Truth number 2, regret doesn't come from the risks you took and failed. It comes from the person you didn't become while you were busy, being comfortable. Most people don't die with sins on their conscience. They die with potential in their pockets. They were too busy playing it safe to realize that safety is just another word for a slow death. And truth number 3, this is the hardest one to hear. You are trading your only non-renewable resource for things that can be replaced. If you lose $100, you can earn it back. If you lose a job, you can find another. But this second, this breath you just took, it is gone forever. You are a billionaire in time right now, but you are spending it like a man who thinks he'll live forever. You won't, none of us will. So, what do you do? If the map you've been following is a lie, how do you find your way back? The answer is simpler than you think, but harder than you'll want to admit. You have to stop. Not stop working, not stop dreaming, but stop rushing. You need to redraw your map around the things that don't have a price tag. Realize that a quiet Tuesday morning with a cup of coffee and someone you love is worth more than 1,000 successful Mondays. Reclaim your now from the ghost of someday. Tonight, I want you to do one thing. Put your phone in a drawer. Sit in the silence of your own home for 10 minutes. No goals, no to-do lists. Just listen to your heart beating. Remind yourself that you are a human being, not a human doing. That 10 minutes of truth is worth more than a year of running in the wrong direction. I'm 80 years old, my candle is getting short, and the light is beginning to flicker. Your candle is still burning bright. Please, I'm begging you, don't let the wind of the lie blow it out before you've even seen what it can illuminate. You still have time to change the ending of your story. I didn't have that luxury until the very end, but you do. Don't wait until you're sitting in my chair to realize what actually mattered. If you're ready to stop running and start living, if you want to find the truth before it's too late, stay with me. Let's walk this path together. Subscribe, and let's make sure your time actually counts. After all, the clock never stops. Make sure you're listening to it.